everyone, how are you? My name is Alex and welcome back to Alex Builds Stuff. So in the last episode I had asked everybody in the comments section what do you want me to build next, and Rockerbuck73 recommended a farmhouse, but I had already made the farmhouse and the farm and the barn and all that good stuff. So what he then recommended was making a chicken coop. So I made a chicken coop. So here it is, the chicken coop. Also I'm playing with the Mojang beta pack textures, by the way, because I think they just look so pretty. So, yeah, I made this little chicken coop, and obviously that's like the nest that they're supposed to lay the eggs on, but they're not actually laying the eggs while they're sitting on that, which is really funny. And there's seeds inside here, and, yeah, that's basically that. It's a chicken coop. Anyways, what I started working on a little bit was this tree. I want to have like a bunch of trees over here because I think that'll be really cool, but I want to have one big pine tree. Like one really big pine tree that's very like fantasy-like almost in a way. And I probably am going to have like an opening on one side that leads into it. I don't think I'll put anything in there except for maybe like plants and whatnot to make it look like it's just its own little ecosystem inside of a tree. But I thought like having it right here would be really cool because there's the witch's hut over there, so it would be cool to have like this civilization right next to something fantasy-like, but have the two things go together, like to really give this a RPG-ish feel, I guess. I think the two things work quite nicely. I really do. If you think otherwise, you can let me know in the comment section. I will totally hear you out. But I think it's kind of interesting. So I picked a palette for myself. I like the way the dark oak bark blocks and the spruce bark blocks go together, especially with this texture pack. I think they look very pretty. And then we're going to use all of these two to really like terraform this thing. And I'm even going to use the walls to make like custom branches that'll be sticking out and whatnot. It's nighttime already. Anyways, so I'm going to get on with that, and this is kind of difficult for me, and the reason why it's difficult is because I haven't built a custom tree in a very long time. A very long time. It's been a while. So I'm just kind of like making adjustments here and there. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want it to kind of be sloping inward more. It probably doesn't make any sense to you guys what I'm talking about, but I really don't want it to be sticking out so much. You know what I mean? I really want it to look like a tree and not like it's a monstrosity or something that's just like sticking straight up. Oh, look at that. It's raining again. Interesting, isn't it? By the way, I figured out like a little while ago that the weather clear command that I've been using in 1.13 also works in 1.12. I don't think anybody's playing in 1.12 anymore except for myself these days, but still. Yeah, so no, yes, like that. Okay. And I want to get rid of that block right there. And fill those in like that. Fill that in there, and okay, so that made me happy. We're going to fill in that too, so we're going to go like this, and go like that. Yeah, so it's been a really long time since I've done a custom tree, and I honestly don't even remember how I used to build these. I always feel like what I started doing initially, and this is probably like the cheapest way to build a custom tree ever, was building like a natural tree in the game and just building around it, which I probably am not the only person who's ever done that, and if I'm not, I would not be even remotely surprised, but yeah, I like that better. See, to me, that's like a tree. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's a tree. Maybe not to you guys, but to me it is. So, I'm just going to put... Do I like that like that? I actually do. I think that looks really cool. It's almost kind of twisted looking, which is really what I'm going for here. So, yeah, I'm going to leave that block like that. Humor me. So, actually, yeah, we'll leave that like, no, like that. I'll put in the, um, oh my god, mouse! Like, I was trying to turn and just place the block there, but my mouse wouldn't turn. I need to up my sensitivity. That's why. Or do I want to? Yeah, I do. So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, we'll leave that like that. So I'm going to put the dark oak bark blocks in throughout so that it's all varied and nice and pretty and whatnot. Suddenly I don't like that anymore, but I like that. I think that looks really cool. So, yeah, it kind of looks like a big blob. I don't I don't like it. Well, one side's going to be open too, so that actually I think this side right here should be the side that's open because it's this one that's sticking out the most. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave it right like that. That's going to be the open side, and that makes it not quite so odd. Wow, I actually really like that. I didn't think I would. But what I just did there with the blocks, I really like that. That looks good. That's kind of problematic. We'll put that... Oh. Hmm. That could just be like a hole. I can get away with that. It's having a hole there. Totally okay. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having a hole. Oh, I like that so much better. Oh, wow, I like that. I did good with that block placement. Now I feel good about myself. So, let me build this in like that. Actually, I think I'm going to fill in this whole thing because I don't need to make this any more hollow than it already is. And I think that would make my life a lot easier. And like I said, I've got these other blocks here that I'm going to use. So I know it's very blocky looking and very like complicated. And it looks like a giant blob or like a dinosaur went poo in my world. But trust me, it's going to be a little bit more beautifully transitioned. Don't worry, it'll look nice. Okay? It will be pretty. Don't judge me. So let me just get like the general structure of this down and work on that. And then when we come back, I'll start doing like the pretty decorative terraforming of the tree. So I'll be back in a moment. Okay, everybody, so I have the trunk done. So what I did was I went through and I put down a lot of these bark walls where I had like all these like little like chunks and whatnot to kind of give it that gradual transition of looking like from a distance it looks all smoother, whereas if I removed all of those it would look really blocky and chunky and weird. So next I'm just going to go through and I'm going to kind of pepper these through. As a matter of fact, is there dark oak bark walls too? Yeah, I need to put in some of these as well. Let me do that because it'll just look more consistent if I do that. And as a matter of fact, let me start from the bottom because it just makes sense. So, here we go. Missed one. Like that. And we'll do these two. I'll leave that one and that one alone. Do that one there like that. And that'll make it seem like I meant to do that, you know what I mean? But also kind of like give it a little bit of texture and color and whatnot. Because that's really what I want here is for this to look very, like it has some color variation to it. So it's not just like one big solid blob. It didn't make sense. So, let me go through and put these around as well and make it look pretty. Because that's what we really want, is for everything to look pretty. And good. You know, it's always good when things look good and pretty. And by making it look pretty, I mean making it look like I know what I'm doing. Which, can be a very hard thing to do when you're making a Minecraft video. Like, for any kind of Minecrafter, to try to make it look like you know what you're doing. It's kind of difficult. I gotta go in there and get rid of that block, 'cause that block can't be there. I'll do the inside last. And I know that this is like a giant tree in the middle of a field. I'm gonna build like the tall, 4 block wide spruce trees around in a few areas to make it make more sense. And I'm also gonna build like foliage around and whatnot so that it looks like it is supposed to be here. You know what I mean? Like, not like it's a just a thing that happens to be stuck out in the middle of a field, because that won't make any sense. So we'll do that one right there like that. We'll put that like that. That one, and that like that. These two. I'm not going to do the inside, obviously, because you can't see the inside of the tree other than down in there, so it doesn't make any sense to go on the inside of the trunk. And some, we'll put one right there, put a couple right here. There we go. To me, that's fine. I think that's fine. I think that makes sense. Almost looks like it has spots, but that's okay. So now it has a little bit more of a jagged look, but that's fine because that's kind of what I'm going for a little bit. So I looked up giant spruce trees on Google, and they really are super tall like this, like they go straight up. And this is obviously going to be a little bit different still, but they go straight up and they have branches just sticking out at like the very top, but there's no branches like way down here. So that's what I'm going to build next. That ought to be interesting, but I need to have something to eat because I'm hungry, so I'm going to do that, eat something, and then I'm going to get started on that. So I will be back with you guys in a little bit. Alright everybody, so I've got the branches all done, and I know that the fence or the bark walls there are obviously floating in midair. I get that. When the leaves are there, it'll look fine. Also, I went around the bottom of here, and I added in some slabs. I also added in some stairs that are kind of like, some bark stairs like all around and whatnot. And I'm also going to add in some other like pretty things and whatnot. But what I first want to concentrate on is the leaves. So, let's see here. What kind of leaf do I want to use? I don't want to use oak. I've got the spruce leaves there. Do I have... and pine leaves. I just want to see how the two things look together. Like, maybe they're too dark. Maybe they're not. Who knows? Let's stick them up against the bark so that... I don't like that. The pine leaves don't look right. Let me try the dark oak leaves. No. Honestly, the spruce look the best. Let's see here. What else do we have in terms of leaf? We've got willow leaves. I don't know how that's gonna look. Oh, that looks bad. There's fir. Try fir. Very similar in color. Ethereal leaves. Let's try those. Now we've reached the conundrum. Which texture goes better with which texture? I like the fur better than the ethereal. So that's what we're going to go with. We're going to go with spruce leaves and fir leaves. I think that'll look nice. So there's another block that I want to have. Carpet. Carpet, carpet, carpet. Spruce leaf carpet, that's what I want. And yeah, so that's what I want. And that's going to go down here. You'll see it when it's done. So anyways, let's do the leaf bundles first. So which one are you? Your spruce leaves. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? I don't want it to be barren, but I don't want it to be overdone at the same time. Because I put in all these branches, so I want it to be seen somewhat, but I don't want it to be overseen. So, leaf, leaf. I'm just going to start from the top and work my way down. And let us hope that it will look okay. And that's a lot of hope. So, yeah. I actually kind of like that. That's not bothering me like I thought it would. And I think, yeah, I mean, it looks kind of weird, but it's okay. Because when you look at it from the bottom, you can still see the branches, but not totally, which is kind of what I was going for, so yeah. And I'll go through and I'll pepper the fir leaves throughout so that it'll make sense. Because everything has to make sense. I tend to say that a lot in my videos, you know, that it's got to make sense, but it really does have to make sense when you're building. The stuff you make needs to make sense. If it doesn't make sense, then it looks kind of stupid. You know what I mean? Or at least, in my opinion, anything that I build that does not make sense looks stupid. So, that's my feeling on that. So, put those there like that. Yeah, actually, I really like that. That looks like it's pine that's, like, hanging down. You know the way, like, pine needles hang down and whatnot? Or pine... Well, they're not leaves, but you know what I mean. Do I like that? No, I do not. Ah! I'm getting caught on blocks. So this is actually a lot of fun. It's also very relaxing, which is good. bad. Oh my god. It looks so good from like a side view, but from... It just looks... Oh god, that looks bad. That looks really bad. That's a special kind of bad. You wouldn't think it would look that bad. From this angle, oh, it's great-ish, but down below it's bad. It's real bad. Alright, so we're gonna have to fill these areas in. We're not gonna be looking at it from this angle anyway, so it's like there's no point to me not filling that in or obsessing over it, so yeah, we need to fill this in like this, fill this in like that, and we're gonna pretend like we know what we're doing. Okay, that makes me feel better. That makes me feel a lot better, actually. As a matter of fact, there. Now it really makes me feel a lot better. So we'll come over here, we'll do that. So yeah, this is not easy, making a custom tree. As I think I'm establishing here, this is not a simple thing to do. It's not easy. And that's okay, it's fine for it not to be easy. I like challenges anyways, so. Like, what I didn't want to make was a giant leaf cone sticking on top of a brown stick. You know what I mean? I didn't want it to look like that, which is kind of how it's starting to look. No, not really. It's okay. How's it look now? Oh, that's much better. I actually really like that. I mean, there needs to be there need to be some adjustments right there because those are just sticking out too much and that just does not look right, but we get the idea. Of course, I go through all this to place these blocks, and I have to actually get rid of some of them to put in the fur blocks, so that ought to be interesting. And I really don't know why I'm doing that, because you're not really going to be... Where did I just put a block somewhere that I didn't want to place it. I put a block right there. You're not going to be able to see it from the ground all that well. That sticks out too much, I think. Does it? Yeah, it does. It sticks out way too much. It looks bad. It's not very uniform. And now it's... I actually do not like that. I want it to be there. Okay. Oh, that's much better. There we go. Okay, so now we've got something that looks like a tree, but it's still sticking out, so it's alive-ish looking, I guess. I don't know. I know that seems like such a simple thing to do, but it almost feels like there's too many leaves right there. Which could be solved by me just putting leaves and more leaves over here where it feels like there need to be more. And over here as well, where it also feels like there need to be more. Okay, there we go. That makes me feel so much better. Again, when you're standing down here, this is all you're going to see, which is kind of funny, but it's okay. So the next thing that I actually want to do, I want to go around with these and just kind of put them in random places. Ooh, I really like that from this angle. I really do. Now, from down below, you can't see it, but that's okay. Wait, actually... Ooh, look at that! Like, I don't know if you can see it, but it actually makes the leaves less transparent to have the leaf carpets on top of it. I was not planning on doing that, but that looks really cool. I like that. That gives it a whole different look. Like, I don't think you can see it from down below, but whatever. So, oh, that's... Oh, it's not gonna... There we go. So, let's put it there. There like that, and like that. Put... Oh, I can't put that there. Put that there. That can go like that. That one right there. Nope. Doesn't fit. Get rid of that one. I guess what I'm going for here is kind of like a mossy look-ish, I guess. I guess that's what I'm going for. I'm not really sure. I just like the fact that this block exists for me to be able to do this, because you cannot do this in vanilla Minecraft. And that's one of the things about mods that I really love, is that there are so many different things that you can do with mods that you cannot do in vanilla. They're just not possible. And that's something that I really like, is the fact that these kinds of things are available, because, you know, I like to be able to do things like this. I mean, who wouldn't want to be able to put moss around their build, or something that sort of looks like moss, or is supposed to look like moss? Because, I mean, hey, why not, you know? And so there we go. That's that. And let me just get my hands on some spruce. And where do we want to put it? We'll put some right there. We'll go like that. And like that. And I'm actually just going to leave that like that. Do I want to put it anywhere else? No, I don't. Maybe I do. No, actually I don't. I don't want to put it anywhere else. Except maybe right here. And just leave it. Because you can also touch something too much. You can overdo it. And we've really gone to town with this, so there's always a point in time when you should stop. You know what I mean? So let's go on the inside now, because we've got some terraforming to do on the inside here. Shovel. That way, the mycelium doesn't spread. But also, there really would not be any grass growing in here. So we're gonna go like this. And I know it looks unattractive, but that's okay, because we're also going to take some podzol and we're going to put that around. My computer just turned something on that I didn't tell it to turn on. And I really don't like it when Microsoft does that. because it's like, don't turn on things on my computer that I didn't tell you to turn on. You know, that's like, that's very invasive. So, yeah. Does this make sense? I hope this makes sense to everybody what I'm doing in here. Like, maybe it's not very, like, pretty and colorful, but it certainly makes sense, I think. At least I hope anyways. So, oh yeah, that happens. Well, that's okay. So, we'll do a couple of these, just kind of sprinkled around. I think that's kind of cool. That, to me, that looks like moss, which is really what I'm going for. So there's that. And the moss can even carry in right there like that, so that it really makes sense. And not have quite so many of the grass paths all around. So, I really like this. I really do. I'm quite happy with it. It's very different. Like, I've never built anything like this before. So, I wonder, hang on. I want something glowing in here, though. Like, I wonder where I can plant that. Glowcelium. Ooh, that could be really cool. Could also look really bad, but we shall see. Oh, it's spreading. Maybe we don't want it to do that. Whatever, it's okay. Ooh, the color. Hang on. I like that a lot. That's really pretty. It's a little imbalanced, but it's pretty. Where do I want to put it? I want to put it right there. There we go. I think that'll make me feel a little bit better about the placement of the glowing. I don't know if I want to put the glowcelium on the outside, though, because I don't think that will, be a good idea. As a matter of fact, let me come over here to the hole. Oh, I can't even see through the hole. That little hole, I want to put just... I want to get rid of that, and I want to put that right there, and put that like that, so that when you're on the outside looking in, or when you look through that hole, that's what you see. I think that is really cute. It's a nice little color pop. Oh, thank you, Rain. No. Weather. Oh my god, type correctly. Clear. There we go. Alright, so now it kind of makes sense. I mean, I know it's a forest and yada yada yada, and there's a farm like right next to it, but it makes sense. I mean, how many times have you seen a farm that's had a forest nearby? To me, it makes sense. So, there we go. I'm going to work on, like, the landscaping and building, like, other foliage type things in and around that, because I don't just want trees there. Like, I want something else to be there, too. Like, I want it to be kind of dense, so I'm going to do that. But I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, then feel free to subscribe, comment, and like if you want to see more. And in the next episode, I'm probably going to get started on building some of the other structures that were around here. Maybe like the mine shaft or something like that. But, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I get started on next. I might even move to a completely different area. Who knows? But anyways, thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed. And as always, I will see you guys next time.